Mark Kessler is the police chief in Gilberton, Pennsylvania, and he's been called America's scariest police chief, and it's for good reason. He had videos where he was threatening Secretary of State John Kerry, firing weapons, saying, "Come and get it." He dressed a clown up like Nancy Pelosi and shot at her. Now, he got suspended for 30 days for using county equipment in an unauthorized fashion. That suspension is due to end this Friday. But he is causing more trouble. But he says, no. He's got everybody behind him. He's set up a quote-unquote Constitution security force. He claims he's got chapters in 45 states. And he says, quote, "The support has been overwhelming, both national and international. I find it truly amazing how many people finally said, you know what? This guy's got it right." So obviously he now fancies himself a hero and that he's ready to make sacrifices for this. First, he explains that he doesn't mind getting fired over this. He says, if that's the price I got to pay for standing up for what I believe in, apparently for what a lot of Americans believe in, I'm willing to pay that price. Now, if that's the only price he pays, everything's going to be okay. This guy's pretty much a lunatic and should be fired immediately for the reasons I'm about to show you. But unfortunately, that's not all he says he's willing to risk. Well, he's now threatening Council President Daniel Malloy and Vice President Eric Boxer. Now, he says Eric Boxer is, quote, a libtard. If that's all that it was to it, I mean, we've heard that from him many times before, it would be one thing. But then he put up this new video.
Eric's gonna meet a friend of mine today, okay? And I don't know if Eric's gonna like him. This is my friend. So what are you gonna do? First of all, you're gonna knock your gun off safety. And as he's coming, don't even give him a chance. Just light his fucking ass right up. Kill him. Fuck him. So now Eric got a couple rounds to the head.
That's insanity. He's clearly referring to Eric Boxer, a government official, and he's saying, fuck him, kill him. Don't even give him a chance. Shoot before he even sees you. How is that not an immediate firing offense? My God, if he was a regular citizen, the cops would come to ask him a couple of questions and possibly arrest him for that terroristic threat. But he is the cop. He's the sheriff. So you gotta fire him immediately. This is insanity, but this isn't gonna end well, man. So now he's got this hero complex in his head and he's surrounded himself with weapons and like-minded people. And he says about coming to get him, he says, quote, "God help them if something should happen to me. I believe that could spark the next American Revolution." You moron. You're a petty little idiot. You're the village idiot. Nobody's starting an American Revolution over your sorry ass. This guy thinks he's like, oh, the next hero. He's Steven Seagal, Bruce Willis, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Paul rolled into one. No, you're a bunch of village idiots rolled into one. So he continues. Kessler insists that he's not calling for anybody to take up arms against our government. Oh, that's nice. Until he says this. Well, if they come to, for example, fire you, arrest you, etc., what would you do? I would resist. I'd fight for freedom. And if it cost me my life, then so be it. In other words, if you go anywhere within, however many mile perimeter of this guy, as he just showed you in that video, he's not going to ask questions. He's going to fire first. This guy's a raving lunatic. He could do enormous damage. I don't know how to handle the situation because he's apparently going to shoot first and ask questions later. And he got a bunch of lunatic friends along with him. There's a billboard outside of town that says "Fire Kessler," put together by reasonable folks who are concerned about this guy. And he does a rally over there. And so for Route 61, it was on August 24th. And of course they bring all their weaponry. And like, ha-ha, look at us with our guns. Yeah, we're ready to execute people. You're the sheriff. You're not supposed to threaten to execute people. And by the way, as you look at the pictures, how obvious is it that he has issues of inadequacy? I know. That's the one you wish you had, right? This guy is nothing but trouble, and it could be an epic disaster when they eventually go to fire him or perhaps arrest him for the threats that he's clearly making against other officials. Oh boy, I don't want to see how this one ends. Hopefully somebody talks him down and we get a peaceful resolution to this.